first half of last year. They were down last night. Just did not play well, did not shoot the ball well. I think they wound up like 3 of 21 from the three-point line. This year's team, while they have a lot more experience relative to last year's team, they don't play near the defense. Eric Musselman was very clear last night. We're not getting up to shooters. We're not coming up ball screens like that. There are so many details that he went in on very intricately that if they don't get shored up as good as they can be offensively at times, they are not going to have a strong conference showing because of some ineptitudes on defense.
Yeah, it was a wake-up call for sure. I mean, it's not one of those losses where you panic. I mean, we've seen Muss, after a loss like this, get things turned around. Yes, there are definitely things that need to be fixed, and he knows that. I didn't expect this season to just be a, cruise through everybody type season. We've got the talent. This is more of a, okay, let's refocus. And, you've got some tough games coming up. UNC Greensboro, though, I know we say this typically when we lose a game like this, but there's a reason that they were scheduled. I mean, they're a good team. And that loss, you can learn from a loss like that. A lot of things went wrong last night, and it was far from our best game, and it's far from as good as we can play. I mean, the game against Purdue wasn't a fluke. I mean, we know this team has it in them to beat top teams, and they're going to have to play a lot better, that's for sure.
Yeah, next week you get Stanford at 6:30, and that will be on actual television, so you don't have to go the plus route. Then you'll play Memphis or Michigan, and then it'll be like Villanova or North Carolina, and there's one other marquee opponent that you could potentially wind up in that third game. But it's a wake-up call before you go to the Bahamas next week. I know people are excited to see what this basketball team can do this season, unfortunately dropping a home game. And again, Eric Musselman took a lot of pride. He kept saying it was a home game. That was a game we couldn't afford to lose. So he's going to try, as you said, to right the ship, Christian, with this football team. Now, this is a unique week for college football in terms of the SEC, where 7 teams play far lesser opponents. You've only got a few conference games. Tennessee, Georgia will be the game that most people keep an eye on, with the Vols and the Bulldogs being that impact, and hopefully it will be a quality game, even though I can see Georgia steamrolling them. But we'll talk some more SEC. And again, I want to hear from you. I know everyone has given their opinion this week one way or another. I had a chance to catch up earlier this morning with DJ Williams on Pig Trail Nation, and he was just laughing at some of the calls that we took this week. Some were, again, I thought pretty spot on. Others were way off into the wind. But I want to hear from you this afternoon at 877-377-6963. And we'll do that when we come back live from the Stadium Shop.
This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
Hawk fans, this is Robert.
This is Elizabeth.
And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The only Razorback store that is owned and operated locally by a family of U of A alumni.
And the Stadium Shop on Razorback is the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
That's right. Hang on, what?
Yeah, I said it's the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
That's what I thought you said, Dad.
Matt, don't egg him on. He's the reigning champion of his own conference.
Cool. Do I get a plaque or a trophy?
Anyway, folks, we have the largest selection of all things Razorback.
We do have pretty much everything a Razorback fan could want, from bedroom, tailgating, living room, hats, you name it, we got it.
You can give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486. Or come by and see us at 989 South Razorback Road in Fayetteville next to Baum Walker Stadium. Hey, Matt, you want to tell them about the interweb, Instagram,
sure thing,
Facebook
Dad.
thing?
I think he means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com. And it's Facebook, Instagram, and X.
What about Twitter?
You mean Twitter, not Tweeter.
And it's called X.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Yes, we know, dear.
Just remember, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Call Jason Hill in Greenwood or Wade Gilkey in Fort Smith.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
The Links at Chaffee Crossing takes great pride in providing award-winning barbecue. Whether the craving is for ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, we can satisfy any appetite. Stop in and watch the game and enjoy everyday food and drink specials like $5 mixed drink specials or $2 domestic beer. Open Tuesday through Sunday, the Links at Chaffee Crossing is ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The Links at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
Call World of Wireless if you've recently lost your internet service in the Paris-Subiaco area. World of Wireless, a local internet provider providing service since 2015 to rural Arkansas. We cover areas east of Fort Smith, south of Fort Smith, and rural areas with high-speed internet with plans starting at $49.95 a month. But you got to call us, World of Wireless, 478-6616. It's 478-6616. If you've recently lost service from your internet provider in and around Subiaco and Paris, call us, 478-6616, or go to wowfastinternet.com.
Honey, I found a great new house for us to buy. Look at the photos.
Yeah? Who's gonna clean that big house?
We'll hire a housekeeper.
And who's gonna mow all that grass?
I will, on the weekends.
And who will get the kids to school?
We'll start a neighborhood carpool.
You thought of everything, didn't you?
Yep.
Except, who's gonna sell this house we're living in now?
Nick and Ellie Glidewell. nickandellie.com. Equal housing opportunity, Sagely and Edwards Realtors.
Get New Holland's Value Bonanza deals at Alma Tractor. Put 0% financing for 72 months in your pocket, or choose a free loader on Workmaster, Subcompact, Compact, and Boomer compact tractors. Reliable, powerful, and easy to run. Tackle your chores with ease and save money. It's year-end Value Bonanza savings at Alma Tractor in Alma. Hurry! Ends December 31st.
For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
This is Matt Blaylock for Blaylock Heating and Air Conditioning and Plumbing Services. For 40 years, we've had the honor and privilege of serving the River Valley. Thank you to all the great customers, contractors, distributors, friends, and family that we've had the opportunity to build lasting relationships with over the past 4 decades. A lot has changed since 1983, but our commitment to providing the highest quality service, sales, and products has not. To get a red truck rolling your way, just give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
All right, welcome back into the Stadium Shop on Razorback as we're live on Arkansas Game Day, presented by KC Insurance Partners. Still a lot to get into, SEC football, basketball from last night, and, of course, Arkansas and Florida International as well. This is a text in from Jones from Kirby. The basketball team will be fine, but the football team needs to get a new coach. Even Houston Nutt looks great right now. Now, I've heard this. We've heard this throughout the week. We've got this same thought on the McClarty Daniel hotline. There seems to be a growing sentiment within the fan base, whether right or whether wrong. Like even last night, for example, I didn't see a lot of people calling for Eric Musselman's job. It was more of he'll get it figured out. I think more people, Big C, are wondering how Sam is going to fix not just the rest of the year, but the team moving forward if he's still the head football coach next year.
Yeah, he's got to have a plan. I mean, things have gotten bad. He knows that. I don't think he's like all of a sudden just, doesn't care. I think he wants to win. I think he wants to make everybody proud. Now, has this year been good for him? No, it's been rough on him. It's probably been his hardest year. I don't think that's up for debate at all. But yeah, he's got to show that he's really willing to get it turned around, because I think some of the fan base just kind of thinks he doesn't care, and I think that's far from the truth. I think he cares. I think he wants to get it done. It's just been one of those years that he hasn't had a good year, obviously, and next year going to have to make some changes. Get some players in here.
Yeah, and he's done a good job with the point. I want to defend Sam Pittman for a sec, in the sense of that he has been open and honest with us on various things. The only thing I would say that I never believe him anything he says is the injuries. And most coaches you can't really believe, you can't hold them to their word on that. But, like, people are now dogging him for him talking about enjoying going to Lake Hamilton, enjoying hanging out with Jamie on the boat. And now, because he shared that aspect of his life with us, now the response is, well, Sam's just looking forward to the lake. Sam, we're all looking forward to retirement. That doesn't mean he's given up on the season. That doesn't mean he's not trying to get it fixed. Now, does he have the wherewithal? Does he have the coaching acumen? Does he have all the intangibles needed to get it fixed? I don't know that, but I don't believe that he is necessarily, again, just given up, mailed it in, he's got his sights set on getting to that point. I don't know if I agree with that take that has been shared this week.
Yeah, I don't either, and this year hasn't really restored anybody's faith, in the fact that, can Sam, does he have what it takes to get it fixed? But let's give him a chance. I mean, next year is going to be a big year for him, obviously, and he's got a lot of work to do. But like you said, I mean, the guy cares. It's just you've got a lot of work to do. That's all I know. That's all I can say is you've got a lot of work to do.
Tyler texted in. He said, Ty's defending Sam Pittman. LOL, that's a joke. Dude, you were calling him Chad Morris 2 weeks ago. Tyler, let's be clear about what I said. I said we were dangerously close to trending towards Chad Morris territory, which was what last game felt like, unfortunately.
It did.
Now, if you lose to FIU, then we're there. We're at the gates.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen, but there's a difference between me calling him Chad Morris and then me saying we're getting close to that point, where there's a lot of elements to what's happened this season, the recruiting class, other various aspects that would lend you to believe that it's not to that point or not going to get there. They need to win tonight, though. There's no question about that. All right, let's take our first call of today's show. Again, it's Arkansas Game Day. Big C, myself, Ty Richardson, as we're live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, presented by KC Insurance Partners. Matt's in Springdale this morning. Matt, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I'm just riding back from Bass Pro Shops with my daughters, and I just wanted to call and share with you a story for your entertainment.
All right.
I was at a flea market in Lowell a minute ago, and a guy rushed up to the counter, was on a phone call, rushed up to the counter as I was checking out something I was picking up, and he said, "Man, you guys are not going to believe this. I just got off the phone with a guy who said that Bill Belichick just got back on a plane. He's interviewing for the job at Arkansas."
Oh my God!
And so anyway, man, I just thought you guys would enjoy that. I'm pulling for the Hogs, pulling for Sam, but I thought you'd like that story.
Matt, do we have the most gullible fan base in the history of fan bases? And I include myself in that category at times.
You know what? I have to include myself as well. Right? I snickered, I laughed, immediately went out to the Jeep, pulled up Twitter, and Google and searched his name, and nothing came up. And I thought, okay, well, that was fake news. But for a second, I thought, is it possible? Is Hunter Yurchek going to pay him $20 million? Is this a chance?
Just wait for the Saban rumors to start coming.
No, and Matt, we appreciate the call. Enjoy. You be safe driving back with your daughters. Are y'all going to the game today, or what are y'all's plans?
No, we're going to root for them, man. We'll watch them, but no, we're not going to make it out today.
All right, man. Well, y'all have fun. Keep being a good girl, Dad.
Thanks, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, good stuff from Matt in Springdale. So, I don't think anything will ever outdo that John Gruden is a powerhouse rumor that spread like wildfire across our state, which again is just hysterical. I know we plane track during these type of situations. I say these type of situations, nothing's happened, nothing's occurred just yet where it would get to that point. But over the years when Arkansas has made coaching changes and the various different possibilities are presented by fans, whether they're even close to being right or just all over the place, it is pretty entertaining. There's no question about it.
Yeah, fans seem to think that they have like the power to kind of influence the next head coach. I don't really think that's the case. I mean, we all want this flashy guy, the big name, but that's just not realistic sometimes. And Pittman was far from the flashy hire. And, we fire coaches a lot at the University of Arkansas, and it hasn't worked out too well to this point. So my point in saying that is Pittman's had a bad year. That's obvious. He's got a lot of work to do. And next year, he's going to have to do a lot to restore the faith that this program has not hit rock bottom, because a lot of people feel like it has hit rock bottom. And I can understand that. Last game did not feel like a game that, would indicate you're heading in the right direction. But it does happen from time to time. 3-7 is not a good year. And it could get worse if these next two games don't go well.
Fandom is often built up and strengthened by wins, and especially big-time marquee wins. I know for me, 2002, the Friday after Thanksgiving, where our coworker Matt Jones threw in the back of the end zone to Corey Birmingham, will be the moment that I will not only remember for the rest of my life, but established and set forth my Razorback fandom for the rest of my life. At that point, I was hooked. I was sold. It was a drug, and I was never going to give it up. I was never going to go to rehab for it. It was just going to be part of my DNA from that day forward. And for others, you have that moment, whether it's football, basketball, or baseball, you watch one game, one win, one moment that took over your life that day. And I think about these kids that, like Madden Springdale's daughters, like and I don't know how they all, I'm going to guess that maybe high school or middle school or whatever, that in the last decade or so, you haven't had that one moment, that one sequence, that one season that really just put you over the top. Now, 2 years ago, 9 wins was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Beating some teams, beating Texas the way you did was awesome. And maybe that was enough for some to kind of, again, start that fandom. But what has to happen for this football program, whether it's Sam Pittman or whether it's someone else, if you've got to get that marquee win, that marquee moment, that change that, again, pushes you over the top. And we just haven't had one of those. And, again, the Texas game is arguable. I will at least be okay if you present that idea. But I don't know if it's necessarily as big as when Matt sent us to the SEC Championship, or Darren took us there in 2006, or we went back-to-back with Tyler and went to the Sugar Bowl thanks to Ryan, the late Ryan Mallett. Tyler led us to a great season the year after. You just haven't had those type of sequences that you need to really cultivate fandom.
Yeah, and another thing I'll say kind of on this trail, it's like Sam Pittman, we all like him. We think he's a great leader, all those type things, but you need great coaches on your staff as well. I'm not taking any away from Travis Williams or anybody really, but to get to that next level, you have got to get the right guys on staff. And like I said, I'm not singling out anybody, but you just have sometimes a head coach has to make hard decisions, and in order to win, your staff has to be really good because you need everyone in unison. And the head coach takes most of the heat because he's the head coach, but a lot of things have to go well for your team to win on Saturday, and I just don't think it's been a cohesive. Nothing. It hasn't gelled this year, and you can we put it all on Sam Pittman, but he's going to have to make some tough decisions. I know he's got some friends. I know Dan Enos was his friend, and he didn't want to have to do that, but that was the first step, and he's going to have to probably do that again at some point this offseason.
Tyler in Greenwood texted on the McCarty Dinner Hotline. He said playing Kansas State in that Cotton Bowl when Colin Klein was a Heisman Trophy finalist was one of his favorite memories of Arkansas football. And again, the Texas win back in 2021 is probably in the last decade. You'd have to go to 2011 prior to that, and maybe you can say Ole Miss in 2015, but that team only won 8 games that year. So again, there hasn't been a lot of just meat on the bone when it comes to Arkansas football. Austin and Ozark texting on the McCarty Daniel Hotline, which, again, you can do as well at 877-377-6963. He asked a fair question. He says, Ty and Big C, how are we expecting anything to change next year? I don't know if it's possible to go get a big-time OC when you can't promise him anything past 10 months, and it goes bad again next year, and the OC will have to uproot his family again and find a new job. I just don't have any more hope for this staff. Well, Austin, it would be probably, I would guess, similar to Dan Enos, the contract structure and the buyout. Well, would be Sam Pittman's buyout, of course. You would have something in place there. And certain guys like challenges. This is still an SEC job, albeit not the one that's on the most solid footing right now based on where this program has been the last decade and based on kind of where Sam is sitting as head coach. But they'll have candidates, and he's also – I'll say this for Sam. I think he has built himself a reputation of a guy that you want to work for. Now, maybe other coaches would tell me otherwise, but that's at least the sense I get based on who he's been able to hire and had success with at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm sure everyone loves Sam, but you've got to get some guys in here that will kind of make up for where Sam maybe lacks in some areas as head coach. I mean, you've got to – well, first off, I would start with – I don't want to say the word fire, but you've got to do something with the O-line and all that. That's got to be shored up. O-line cannot be the reason you lose games next year. It can't. O-line cannot be the reason.
Yep. Text in from Dan in Mount Ida on the McCarty-Daniel hotline saying, none of the coaches matter unless we get 4- and 5-star offensive linemen here, to your point, Christian. So I think, again, Sam has this sterling reputation being able to produce and translate guys to the National Football League. Hasn't been necessarily the same amount of success in the second stint at Arkansas. But you go back to, 2015, the guys there and the guys that he was able to get on campus to this point, I just wonder, again, why it hasn't necessarily been to that. Maybe, again, he just had a bad cycle, and if he's given time, he's able to get it out of that at this point. But I agree with Dan. You've got to be able to get some better offensive linemen in here. Dennis in Springdale texted in on the McCarty-Daniel hotline saying his Razorback fandom started the last few years of the Frank Broyles era, but it was really cemented into place with the Orange Bowl victory over Oklahoma 31-6. That was the game that made him a true Razorback fan. Again, iconic game, 78. You just thrashed them. Arkansas had the 3 guys out, and Clay could tell you a lot more than I could, and Roland Sales went wild, and that football team just torched Oklahoma. Holtz had a great game plan, and the Sooners didn't know what hit them that night or day, whenever it was. So those are one of those games, and hey, you'll start to get to play Oklahoma soon, which is going to be a lot of fun. And again, I know a lot of people in our listening areas are excited about that, as they are for tonight when you take on Florida International, 6:30 right here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. We've got 2 more hours until you hear from Phil Elson, Gino Bell, and Rick Schaefer. So for the next 2 hours, again, we'll talk about that game tonight. We'll touch on some SEC football. We'll also talk to our friend Robert Mann here at the Stadium Shop. It's Arkansas Game Day with Ty and Big C. More coming up next.
This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey and Hull Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey and Hull understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey and Hull Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Need a new roof? Shamrock Roofing and Construction can have you covered right now for as low as $139.99 with approved credit. For quality and peace of mind, one call does it all. Shamrock Roofing and Construction, call 479-319-5100. Supply issues are no issue at Shamrock Roofing and Construction. As one of America's largest roofing companies, we stocked up early and we stocked up big. We can do your job right now. And because we paid less for our material, we can share those savings with you. Call today or visit us at shamrockroofer.com.
Fall is one of the best times of the year. Football tailgates and cooler weather reflect the new season and a fresh start. In Good Spirits has you in mind this fall with a wide range of beers, fine wines from their climate-controlled cooler, and the very best in premium liqueurs. In Good Spirits has redefined the standard for liquor stores across Arkansas. Stop by today and see why. You'll be glad you did. In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith.
What do you get when you pull into Tony's Tire Service? You get the best selection of tires for any car, truck, or commercial vehicle. Tony's Tire Service has Cooper tires and is ready to serve you to get you back on the road safely. They'll also get your vehicle fixed with brake replacements plus an alignment with the best repair guy in the area. Tony's Tire Service has been serving the River Valley for over 34 years. Come let our guys replace your tires with Cooper tires and our service department to make sure the vehicle has the best brakes and alignments. Tony's Tire Service, 7200 South 28th Street in Fort Smith. Service you can depend on.
At AOG, our main goal is to deliver reliable energy to your home safely. And keeping our team members, customers, and community safe starts with awareness. Natural gas has a distinctive, strong odor, often compared to rotten eggs or sulfur. If you smell gas, leave your home immediately. Go to a safe location and call 911 in addition to AOG. Remember, if you smell gas, act fast. And always call 811 before you dig. To learn more about natural gas safety, visit AOGC.com. AOG, energy for life.
Make-A-Wake Bait and Tackle is moving to their new location starting January 1st at 803 North 11th in Fort Smith, next door to Wits Marine. Make-A-Wake Bait and Tackle is here for all your fishing needs. Boss Cat Catfishing Tackle, Catfish Probate Terminal Tackle. Make-A-Wake has Todd Huckabee Ghost Rods, Bobby Garland Baits, a large selection of Daiwa Rod and Reels. Make-A-Wake Bait and Tackle, moving to their new location on January 1st at 803 North 11th Street in Fort Smith, next to Wits Marine. Make-A-Wake Bait and Tackle.
Shop Metters Lumber True Value for great bargains of the month, like the DeWalt 3-speed impact driver kit that comes with a battery, charger, tool bag, and belt clip, just $99. Make sure your car is running smoothly with a gallon of peak antifreeze for only $4.99. Get a smart light bulb and plug from GE. The best part, it's buy one, get one free. Get some new holiday lights this year by Holiday Wonderland for just $29.99 and choose from multicolor, pure white, or warm white. Check out the Comfort Zone Milkhouse utility heater for only $22.99. The bargains of the month while they last at Metters Lumber True Value.
Looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? Come on over to Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer and a Cinnabogan authorized service provider. From excavators with the best-in-class breakout force to powerful skid steers, we'll be sure to find the right equipment for you. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
Back here on Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback, also presented by our friends at KC Insurance Partners. Now here with Robert Mann, one of the, can I say minority owners, since I'm going to say Elizabeth's the majority owner?
Yeah, her and Matt run the place.
Okay.
I'm just along for the ride.
I'm going to call it that. Well, hey, you hooked me up with one of these awesome hockey jerseys. I'm into a hockey game in like 5 or 6 years. I'm going for the first time in 2 weeks coming up. And there's going to be a lot of people in like neon yellow and orange for Preds, not orange, but yellow for Preds, Nashville Predators gear, and then I'm going to be the one guy in a Razorback hockey jersey there.
Good for you.
So you got all the stuff, man. I mean, you got the winter stuff coming in as it continues to get cool, not just here in Northwest Arkansas, but all across the state. I mean, this is where you bundle up here at the Stadium Shop.
Yeah, we're sitting in the shade, and the breeze is kind of cool. I'm kind of surprised by it. So we still got stuff coming in, and we need to move some stuff, dude. We are overstocked big time. That's why we're running that buy one, get one half off sale.
Buy one, get one half off sale going on right now. I've got I got this last year when we were doing a show at one point.
Yep.
This is one of my favorite sweatshirts. It's one of them champion sweatshirts that's about as soft as it gets. So I got 4 champion shirts, and I've got this champion sweatshirt, and I think it's probably the most comfortable 5 items in my closet that I own.
That one you're wearing might be by Gear for Sports, which comes out of the same factory, and it's called the Big Cotton. My wife lives in the Big Cotton shirts.
Does she?
She loves that, and we've got a new line for women this year called Press Box, and she if it's not Gear for Sports or Champion, she's wearing Press Box.
There you go. Well, it is the holiday season coming up. We've got Thanksgiving this upcoming week, and we've also got Christmas right around the corner. So whether you're in Northwest Arkansas today or you just need to buy something for Christmas, you can always do that on your URL, which is
them interweb things.
The interweb things.
Yeah, shoponrazorback.com is the website, and if you can't make it, you can call us at 479-STADIUM. It's 479-782-3486. If you're down there in El Dorado or Benton, Saline County, Texarkana, heck, if you're in Indonesia or Hawaii or something, just go online, shoponrazorback.com, and if you can't find it, give us a call. We'll help you walk through it and figure out a way to get it to you.
You know where we got a text in from Kirby, Arkansas earlier.
I know where Kirby is.
You do know where Kirby is? All right, so I'm going through our McCarty Daniel hotline right now. Mount Ida, Ozark, Springdale, Paris, El Dorado, Greenwood. So we got them all, all over the state.
I used to drive a truck back in the 80s, and Kirby is where you turn right and you go to Dirks. You turn left, you go to Kirby.
Okay.
And I think a friend of mine was from Kirby, if I'm not mistaken. I know exactly where that is. It's not too far from, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Mount Ida, Glenwood, Dirks, Nashville, sometimes DeQueen, Fulton, Ashdown, Texarkana, Malvern, all those all those towns.
All over the place.
Yep. Well, we need some business. Y'all come and buy stuff.
What else? You mentioned being overstocked, right? What else can whether they're Christmas items or they're getting ready, because people transition during the seasons. Like you have your football wear for what you do for tailgating at Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Then they wear certain things for basketball, and then baseball rolls around. They wear certain things for baseball. What do you guys have specifically Razorback basketball?
So understand that most Razorback fans will buy generic Arkansas Razorbacks. They want to wear it to all sports.
Yeah.
The only fan that we have that's just diehard, it's got to say that sport on it, has been baseball.
Okay.
The baseball fans want it to say baseball. But what you'll see is like during basketball season, you'll see a lot of sweatshirts and pullovers and stuff like that, because if you're going to Barnhill, good Lord, if you're going to Bud Walton, you want to layer up, because when you get inside, it's going to be warm, so you'll take it off. And baseball's cold, so you'll have a lot of blankets, and first part of the season's when it usually snows.
Fireball, keep you warm.
Yeah, Fireball? I don't know about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Keeps me warm.
I'm going to pretend like I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you have to work during these games, and you have to be sober. I don't necessarily have to do that at this point. You act like an actual businessman. I just act like
I fake it real good.
As best you can. I would say the slobber and hog stuff is definitely really popular.
It is. A lot of people love that in basketball, and the hog jumping through the A is another, quote, basketball logo, unquote. Yeah. And we carry a bunch of both of those.
My favorite is the sweater hog and the slobbered hog.
The sweater hog is one where the hog leaning on the A.
Yeah. That's the best one. I like the one jumping through the A as well, but if I had to pick two, it's sweater hog and slobber and hog as the two favorites.
I like them all. Whichever one sells best is my favorite.
Well, you used to live in Gainesville. I got a chance
for 3 years.
I got a chance to go down there. It's the only time I really had fun all football season long. When you think about this year, it's just crazy that this team, of all things that they've done this year, this is the first team to ever win in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah, I was tickled to death, and then I was completely mortified with last week. And, you've got 2 games here that they've just absolutely not shown up for. And so, I don't know what the answer is.
What are they going to do tonight? I mean, you're going to
I think they'll win.
You got tickets right now. I had Morning Rush listeners text me. I mean, there's tickets on third-party sites going for $2 and $3. So the stadium's not going to be overly populated tonight with the typical Razorback fan. I just wonder how this team responds to what I anticipate being a lesser crowd tonight and how they come out. Because if you don't show up this week,
the whole staff is going to be gone if they don't show up this week.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. I hate to call a spade, but you don't win this game.
No,
there's something serious going to happen. Come Sunday.
We had to start the start of the show like that. Big C is just talking about that's where the proof, or not the proof is, that's where they are at right now.
If we come out and play a lot better today, and the offensive line looks great, we also can't let that take away from what it's been either. So I mean, I want to be positive about today. I want to.
Well, you're going down. You're going down in competition. I mean, let's face facts. This team we're playing today isn't that good. Auburn has always shown, even in their down years, they're pretty good. I mean, those guys have dudes, and say whatever you want. I agree with you, but this is not the same talent level we're facing today as what we faced last week. Let's be honest about it.
No question about that. Well, Robert, we're going to check in with you again coming up throughout the show. But again, buy one, get one half off going on right now at the Stadium Shop.
Don't forget, we're registering for a free gift card we're going to give away next week at the Missouri during the broadcast for the Missouri game. And we have plenty of parking left. We're sold out for the reserve, but if you come by and park with us, we got you covered.
There you go. And then, again, we got a pseudo morning rush Arkansas game day next Friday. We are going to be on the air here with Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt next Friday from 8 to 12. So get your football fix in next week, too.
And we will have a special for those of you that are out of town for your interwebs purchases. So just tune in next week for sure is what I'm saying.
All right. Well, good stuff from, again, Robert Mann here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. We still got plenty to talk about when we return here. We are going to get into some of the scores that we're seeing right now in the Southeastern Conference and what we could potentially look forward to in college football the rest of the day. It's Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
This is Arkansas Game Day,
presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Light beer.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, this is Kevin Cowan at KC Insurance. I wanted to let you all know about the amazing Medicare options that's available to Arkansans. We have Medicare supplements that does come with a cost, but there's no out-of-network. And then we have Medicare Advantage plans that is at no cost, but there is a network. But Ricky Cowan specializes in making the Medicare maze easily understood. Give her a call at 870-416-5600. That's KC Insurance.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
When it comes to your vehicle dent repairs, you want a local professional that you can trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair is your place. Michael, his family, and team have been in the community for over 30 years and are the best in the business. When all the other pop-up hail damage places have packed up and left town, Littleton's is still here taking care of your vehicle every day. Stay local. Stay with the best. Stay with the name you know and trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair. Highway 112 off I-540 in Pecola.
At Southern Tire Mart, we look out for you and your vehicle. Come visit us for America's most trusted brands like Michelin Tires and top-of-the-line service. You can depend on Southern Tire Mart and Michelin Tires to keep you rolling. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 exit 14 in Fort Smith, for Michelin tires that fit your needs and service that cares for you like family.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
Are you ready to work for one of the area's premier companies? If so, Forsgren wants to offer you a rewarding new career. Forsgren has been building the foundation of the River Valley for over 80 years. Forsgren is recruiting for experienced concrete finishers, equipment operators, truck drivers, and laborers. Forsgren is a destination point for men and women with a drive toward excellence. Join the Forsgren legacy. Apply now on any device, anywhere at goforsgren.com. That's goforsgren.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your auto insurance needs.
Call Heath Roberts at 479-452-4088 for a free quote today.
It's officially November and the holidays are upon us. Start the season early by shopping the special 2-day sale at the Solid Rock. Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th, the Solid Rock is having discounts up to 50% off select items, including select NIV devotional Bibles for $34.99. Buy a Bible and tell them you heard about it here for $10 off on custom laser engraving. Lots of selections to choose from or create your own. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th and Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
This is Mark with W&W Automotive. Before you hit the holiday road, drop by and let us check your antifreeze. We'll also take a look at your battery, your hoses, belts, things like that. If it's been a while since your last oil change, well, we can take care of that too. We service all makes and models, foreign and domestic. We offer front-end work and alignments also. Don't wait. Come see us just off of Townsend on South O in Fort Smith. Call 242-1600. That's W&W Automotive, a bumper-to-bumper certified shop.
When a hailstorm comes to the River Valley, homeowners have doubts on what roofing company to deal with. That's why it's better to contact the experts that are local. That company is Construction Masters Roofing, a locally owned company that's ready to change the roof on your home. Construction Masters Roofing is insured and local, specializing in hail claims and replacing windows, siding, and gutters. Construction Masters Roofing, located at 225 North Greenwood Avenue in Fort Smith. Call for a free estimate, 479-648-8888 or 918-859-4724.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the hogs there, Jack.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
Hey, welcome back into Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback. So the Razorbacks and Florida National, the Panthers, don't get going until 6:30 tonight. But we do have some SEC action that we can talk about right now here on Arkansas Game Day. It's your Southern Tire Mart SEC scoreboard update.
This is your SEC scoreboard update brought to you by Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart, off exit 14, Highway 271 South in Fort Smith. Expert maintenance, reliable auto repairs, high-quality tires, and friendly service. Looking out for you and your vehicle. Southern Tire Mart, stmtires.com.
So Alabama is just pounding Chattanooga right now. It is 59-10. Alabama was a 44.5-point favorite in this one, Big C. With 11:06 to go in the fourth quarter, they might just cover that 44.5-point spread, man.
Yeah, they really might. I mean, you asked that in the beginning of the year, I wouldn't say they'd be favored by 44 against anybody. But, man, what a job Coach Saban's done up there. Man, they really could give Georgia a run for their money if their offense it keeps improving like this, because their defense is good enough, offense is good enough. Yeah, it could get ugly today, and I don't expect a drop-off from Alabama. I think they're rolling at the right time.
Alabama has been a team, if you've followed and monitored this year, that has just defensively found ways to win and offensively done just enough at times. Jalen Milroe is not the best quarterback Nick Saban has had, but he is a leader, and they're not going to be scared of Georgia in Atlanta coming up in about 2.5 weeks. Ole Miss is getting their job done right now against Louisiana Monroe. They're up 35-3 with 4:55 left. Mississippi State and Southern Miss, that's a 23-13 ball game in Starkville. A little closer for comfort than State fans probably would have wanted. And then Texas A&M, who opened the game, I believe, with a pick six going the other way, is only up 24-10 on Abilene Christian. They'll close out their season against LSU. That game is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's be an intriguing game to see who Ross Bjork is looking for. And I'm curious, Christian, in our again SEC scoreboard update presented by Southern Tire Mart, do we see these coaches hired by the end of the season? Like, how long do they wait? Because there's probably be some coaches that A&M is pursuing that could be in the midst of playoff hunts or trying to be at that point, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much wide open right now because we all know A&M's got bunches of money, and money is not going to be an issue in getting, they're going to get who they want more than likely because of how much money they're willing to spend. And I've heard some names thrown around, but they really don't have to be in a hurry right now because of that fact. They've got so much money, they can pretty much get anybody they want. So obviously they have used their money to their benefit, but it really hasn't benefited them that much. So they need to focus on getting the right guy in here, not just throwing a bunch of money at, just anybody.
The right guy for Texas A&M, unfortunately for them and fortunately for me, as y'all know I hate the Aggies, is a guy that they can't hire. It's Dan Campbell, who's coaching the Detroit Lions right now, they're off to a spectacular start. Opened up their season, beating Kansas City in Arrowhead on Thursday night, a game that me and Baylor Brad were at, that he was disappointed in the outcome. I was surprised at the outcome, but that's an A&M guy. He's a great locker room coach. You can tell how passionate he is about the game and would just be perfect for the brand that is A&M football. Instead, they're going to have to go another direction. I don't know if they'd be able to sway Dan Lanning. I know that it was reported earlier this week by the Austin American-Statesman that Jeff Traylor interviewed for that job. Dabo Swinney is a name that I'd be curious to see if that could get any traction in College Station based on the money he could make and based on the fact of the resume and based on the fact that Clemson may be getting a little bit tired of his antics as of late.
Yeah, I think on the surface, Dabo would obviously be the top candidate just based on what we've heard so far. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to – I think they've kind of hit their peak at Clemson. Now, that doesn't mean that they aren't going to have, a 10-win season or something under Dabo Swinney anymore, but it just seems like they've kind of peaked there, and a lot of their fans – I mean, I know fans don't always have the right read on everything, but – it seems like they're really upset with what he's doing, and it's crazy because he's won them 2 national championships. So it just goes to show you there's a time and place. Everything comes to an end. I'm not saying he's going to go to Texas A&M, but that would be interesting to see Dabo kind of go somewhere else and see if he can build something somewhere else. I think A&M, he's got all the resources there, obviously. So, I think that would be a good landing spot for him.
I think they've won 2 national championships. I think they've been to 4, and he's been to 5 college football playoffs. So the track record of success has been pretty potent in Clemson, South Carolina, but it hasn't necessarily been as of late. If you've got some thoughts on who you think A&M's going to hire, who you think Mississippi State's going to hire, or if you think Arkansas should make a change and who you think they should hire, you can call or text us here on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Again, our number is 877-377-6963. Shannon Van Buren says Dabo would be like hiring Jimbo Fisher. I think Dabo Swinney is a better coach than Jimbo Fisher at this point. You can't get the same type of buyout situation that they seemingly had with Jimbo Fisher. $76 million all owed to him, not offset by any coaching that Jimbo does the rest of the way. All right, we still got another hour and a half here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Come by and see us. Buy one, get one half off at clothing items here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Christmas presents, upcoming basketball season, baseball, whatever the case may be. Come by and see us. Hour 2 of Arkansas Game Day coming up.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get the best deals of the year during New Holland's Value Bonanza going on now at WT Equipment. Put 0% financing for 72 months in your pocket, or choose a free loader add-on for your new Workmaster subcompact and compact tractors and Boomer compact tractors. These are reliable, powerful, and incredibly easy to run. Tackle your chores without breaking the bank. Work smarter and save big with incredible deals during New Holland's Value Bonanza at WT Equipment. But hurry, offer ends December 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and C&H Industrial Capital LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Gray Brothers Equipment understands the importance of your hay crop, and they're ready to help with quality Kubota products like Kubota rotary disc mowers, Kubota brand wheel hay rakes, and VV round balers attached to Kubota's M-Series cab tractor. Together, Kubota and Gray Brothers will make your hay days fun again. That's Gray Brothers Equipment in Fort Smith and Photo, where if you pick orange, you'll never get a lemon.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren.
Precision Overhead Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all of your overhead door needs. Fully licensed and insured, with locations in Rogers and Fort Smith, serving all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Give them a call today at 844-PDS-STORE or online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Back-to-back winners of the Best Of Award, Gold Best Garage Company in Northwest Arkansas, and also winners of the River Valley Precision Overhead Door.
The biggest and best selection of 2023 and 24 Fords is at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford. Harry Robinson has a great selection in stock and over 24 new Fords on the way. F-150s, the all-new Broncos, Mach-E Mustangs, and the super popular Ford Maverick. Plus, get financing as low as 0% on a new Ford. And Harry Robinson has never and will never charge over MSRP. The best selection of new Fords is at Harry Robinson's Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off of I-40 in Salisaw.
Do you like Southern cooking, such as catfish, shrimp, fried chicken, etouffee, gumbo, or jambalaya? Or do you prefer more traditional food like burgers, steak, wings, or tacos? Boondocks has it all, plus happy hour every day and food and drink specials during Razorback games. Dine inside in our enclosed patio or outside in our new backyard. While our name is Boondocks, we are located nearby on Highway 71 across from Riley Farms.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith.
Hey, we can't make you a morning person, but we can make your mornings.
ESPN 95.3. This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance
live
Partners.
on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Off the zone read, play action, pumps once, looking deep, Tesla at the goal line, complete, touchdown Arkansas.
The best selection of RVs is now even better.
Shop online at
Sunday
shoponrazorback.com.
You can smell it. This is Arkansas Game Day.
Check them out online.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
KC Insurance. This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Off the zone read, play action, pumps once, looking deep, Tesla at the goal line, complete, touchdown Arkansas.
The Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Shop online at shoponrazorback.com.
Give me them hogs with mustard, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners. Check them out online at kcinsuranceharrison.com. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local local people.
I'll hold it down. We'll fix to it.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
And welcome back into hour number 2 of Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners. We're actually live here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback right now. Come by and see us. Again, it is buy one, get one half off clothing here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. So come by and see us again. We're going to be here till 3:30 today. Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt going to be here all day taking care of whatever you need for tonight. It's going to be a little chillier tonight in Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Whether you need stuff for basketball season, you need stuff for the kids for Christmas, they can take care of you at the Stadium Shop on Razorback with everything you need. And our friends at KC Insurance Partners can take care of all your health and life insurance needs. Kevin and Ricky Cowan will make it simple. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com. That's kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information. We've gotten some text here on the McClarty Daniel hotline and some calls as well. We appreciate y'all's feedback today here on the program. Mike in El Dorado points out, it's been tough in recruiting already, and it's only going to get tougher with Oklahoma and Texas joining the SEC. And I do wonder, I do wonder in the situation that we were talking with Chuck about this yesterday in the Morning Rush. Jalen Catalon, of course, goes to Austin this past offseason and ends up there. And there was an idea that he may or may not have been poached. How much more prevalent is that going to be with the Sooners and the Longhorns, who have deeper pockets than we do here in Fayetteville, going to be? Now, we know that's the case in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We know that's the case in Athens, Georgia. We know that's the case in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Gainesville, Florida. Maybe there's just certain football programs and areas that you anticipate having fuller coffers, fuller pockets, deeper in this situation. So, I don't know. I'm really curious to see with Arkansas football going in what could be a transition period, whether they change head coaches, change offensive coordinators. They already lost one recruit in this class, but what that portal transfer looks like, not just from a poaching standpoint, but guys that just elect to go elsewhere. We heard from Sam Pittman earlier this week, him talking about whether it was on his coach's show, in certain media sessions, he doesn't anticipate the 32 transfers that they had out of last season. But there are going to be some transfers, but which ones will? Is it going to be the guys that were playing? Is it going to be the guys that may have been in backup roles, or guys that weren't ever going to see the field? But maybe the guys that didn't see the field were best friends with one of the key players, key starters. That's something that he unfortunately has to factor in as well. This is a new world of college football. And these next two games, whether it's FIU tonight or Missouri next Friday at 3 o'clock, they're going to be important for deciding you want to keep playing football here at Arkansas or not. I said yesterday, I don't anticipate KJ Jefferson being your starting quarterback next year. I think he ultimately gets feedback from NFL professionals, and he feels that it's in his best interest to stay in college and go elsewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after this year, he declares for the draft. I hope he gets a shot. I don't want people to mishear me. I hope KJ gets a shot at the NFL and makes the most of it, whether it's a backup role, whatever the case may be. I hope he kills it at the next level. I don't think he's going to, and I think he'd be better off to try and suck out one last year of college football. I just don't think it's going to be here in Fayetteville, Arkansas to this point in time. I hope I'm wrong, but that is just where I see transitioning. And on the subject of quarterbacks, we heard about Jacoby Criswell this week, maybe more than we have all season at this point. And based on what Chuck was saying yesterday, he's going to play. Now, how much is it? Does he get a series? Does he get in when they're blowing him out? I mean, what do we see from a Morrilton native, a guy that a lot of fans would like to see? He's come in, thrown 2 touchdowns in separate occasions this year. How much do we see the backup quarterback for this Arkansas offense today? I don't know. I'm really intrigued to see how they roll him and trot him out to this point. And Big C, I think this is one of the more important storylines of this game, is kind of what they do with KJ Jefferson at this point.
Yeah, that will definitely be interesting to see. I think he'll go out there, but what you want to see is a little more fire, a little more energy. I know, KJ more than likely will be gone next year, and a part of me wants to see Criswell play, but at the same time, there's really no room for experimenting or anything right now. You've got to come out and win this game. I know this game's not going to really change much other than the record, and it give you a little bit of confidence heading into Missouri next week. But like I said, yeah, Criswell, he'll probably be the guy, at least at right now he is for next year. So I can understand people wanting to see him play. A part of me does as well. But I want to see KJ also finish out his career at Arkansas kind of on a little more positive note. Beating a team like FIU is probably not going to do it, but it won't hurt. And then you got an opportunity against Missouri. So KJ, he's given effort. I know at times it may not seem like it. I think he's giving effort. It's just he hasn't had much time back there. He just really hasn't. So offensive line's going to have to play better, or it may look kind of similar to what it's been looking.
You said it earlier, Missouri is Arkansas's bowl game, even though, again, not probably going to get to postseason at this point unless something wild happens. So you've got to treat these next two games that you still have something to play for. And Coach Pittman talked about it this week, and again, the whole idea was trying to play for a bowl game. The loss at Auburn all but extinguished that, and you've got to come out with some fire. We got a message from Joe earlier here on Facebook that if they're going to truly play with pride, they've got to come out in destroy mode from the first minute and never let up. Sam Pittman's teams, for the most part, have not been great against non-logo opponents, as he's called them. That's got to change today, because Tommy said it this week, and he's right. Not only do you can't lose tonight or it's over for Sam Pittman, but even if you win close, there's no guarantee that it's going to continue here. And again, I don't want to contemplate that idea. I don't want people to mishear me. I don't relish in the idea of having to fire a football coach, fire an offensive coordinator, fire a defensive coordinator, or fire anyone for that matter. But this is where we are right now with this football team. And so even if you win tight tonight, I don't know if that's necessarily a straightforward guarantee just because you got a W that's going to continue here.
No, you win close. That's almost. I'm not going to say it's a loss, but it'll feel similar to a loss. You don't, and that's weird saying that because we're 3-7, and you'd think like any win would be good and all that, but no, we don't want our standard to be barely beating FIU and being happy with that, and I don't think anybody really would. You obviously need to come out and dominate to even save any type of face for this season. You've got to come out and dominate FIU. Now, is that likely to happen based on what we've seen? Probably not, but it really does need to happen. It does. This team has been so up and down this year. You want to see them come out and just play really good football. No matter who it's against, you want to see them come out and play really good football. It's not going to look perfect, more than likely, but you want to see better results than what you've seen lately and get that Auburn taste out of your mouth a little bit. And then it doesn't get any easier, your last game of the year.
Ross and Paris text in on the McCarty Daniel hotline. He's saying, go get Drake Lindsey. Drake's currently committed to Minnesota. They won a close game last night. I know we had a bunch of people watching high school football across our state. Drake is, of course, a Lindsey. He's got the legacy, the name. He's a really powerful quarterback, can throw the ball a country mile. Currently, again, committed to Minnesota. Why am I blanking? Big C or Whitson in there. Why am I blanking on their head football coach? He's the bald guy.
Who is
Minnesota's head football coach.
Fleck. PJ Fleck.
Yeah, thank you. PJ Fleck, who's been down to Fayetteville a few times. But they've got the guy that's currently committed on Arkansas's class of 2024 quarterback is KJ Jackson. So Lindsey is, again, one of the studs this year. Also Walker White, who's currently committed to Auburn. So it is going to be, that's intriguing that the best quarterback in the state's going elsewhere, the best player in the state's going elsewhere, at least at this point with Courtney Crutchfield's decommitment, and Arkansas, again, having to figure out some of the other guys with what's been going on with this football team. Shannon Van Buren texted in here on the McCarty Daniel hotline. He says that if KJ's the quarterback next year, he's going to hit the transfer portal to Alabama. That's where he's going to take his loyalties. Well, that would be an easy place to take a loyalty, considering those guys never seem to lose.
If that, I know he's kidding, but I'm just saying, go now. It can't get any worse than what it's been this year.
Yeah, hopefully you're right on that to that point. All right, we're going to come back, and we've got a little bit of a traffic update for you to get into as well. Again, it's Arkansas Game Day. We are live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, presented by KC Insurance Partners. We'll talk more Arkansas FIU. We'll touch a little bit on this. I haven't done a good job of telling you what happened in the basketball game last night. We'll do that and some SEC football scores in this hour next.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get the best deals of the year during New Holland's Value Bonanza, going on now at WT Equipment. Put 0% financing for 72 months in your pocket, or choose a free loader add-on for your new Workmaster subcompact and compact tractors and Boomer compact tractors. These are reliable, powerful, and incredibly easy to run. Tackle your chores without breaking the bank. Work smarter and save big with incredible deals during New Holland's Value Bonanza at WT Equipment. But hurry, offer ends December 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and C&H Industrial Capital LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
At Southern Tire Mart, we look out for you and your vehicle. Come visit us for America's most trusted brands like Michelin Tires and top-of-the-line service. You can depend on Southern Tire Mart and Michelin Tires to keep you rolling. Come see us at Southern Tire Mart, just off I-540 exit 14 in Fort Smith, for Michelin tires that fit your needs and service that cares for you like family.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV?
What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith. Metal Mart offers high-quality, prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, custom trim shops, carports, and more. They strive to be the company where contractors as well as do-it-yourselfers are welcome. Metal Mart assists you in calculating the materials you need to complete your project, all at a rate you can afford. With locations in Fort Smith, Mayflower, Jonesboro, and Little Rock. Or catch them online at metalmarts.com. Metal Mart, the right material for the right price.
Fall is one of the best times of the year. Football tailgates and cooler weather reflect the new season and a fresh start. In Good Spirits has you in mind this fall with a wide range of beers, fine wines from their climate-controlled cooler, and the very best in premium liqueurs. In Good Spirits has redefined the standard for liquor stores across Arkansas. Stop by today and see why. You'll be glad you did. In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Finally, football season. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria is your #1 place to watch Arkansas and Monday Night Football. At Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, during the Hog games, you'll get $2 domestics plus their famous Hogzilla pizza. During Monday Night Football, $5 refillable beer cups for only $2 refills. Prizes for each score and at the end of every single quarter. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, you'll get the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. This month, save with half off brakes and buy 3 get 1 free on all tires, plus a free winter-ready inspection. Better yet, trade for any one of our Rath Road-Ready used cars and save big with fall clearance pricing. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of Phoenix on Towson, Fort Smith.
This is Northside head football coach Felix Curry. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Hi, this is Ricky Smith, head basketball coach for the Northside Lady Bears. I dial 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
Football in fall, what a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
I know we have a good chunk of you coming from either Central Arkansas, South Arkansas, anywhere, maybe the River Valley, anywhere that you're coming from this morning that you're trying to get to Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Be aware that there's something going on as we welcome back our friend Robert from the Stadium Shop. You got some news from your wife. Evidently, we got a road closure of sorts.
Well, it's actually coming from Bentonville. The south. If you're coming from up south, you're okay. This at the exit. Elizabeth went to lunch about 2 hours ago, and then I had another person come in to go to work, and there was an accident or something up there at the exit at MLK, which is exit 62, coming from like Bentonville, Springdale, coming southbound. And Elizabeth just got back from lunch. She went away for a couple of hours. It's still blocked.
She didn't bring us anything?
No, but they said
Elizabeth, come on.
the exit is still blocked. They've got crime scene tape up, she said. And there's like 5 police cars sitting there, and they've got the exit blocked. So if you're coming from the north side of northwest Arkansas, you need to take the Caddo Springs exit, which I don't remember the number. I think it's 61 or something like that. But it's Caddo Springs Razorback Road exit. If you're coming from the north to the south, you won't be able to get off at MLK.
I'm pretty bad about exits. There's this thing called Google Maps
Yeah.
that I just like input an address like here, and it usually
It just takes you
me.
there.
Tommy and Chuck and Clay and others make fun of it, as they should. It's warranted in this case. But
Well,
like,
it's your generation, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I know landmarks. Like if someone asks me where the Stadium Shop is, I know it's the Stadium Shop on Razorback because I've said it 50 million times. But I don't like I would tell them it's by the base. It's by
Baum-Walker, yeah.
Baum-Walker Stadium. I wouldn't say it's at the junctions of MLK
Yeah.
and Razorback or coming off. Whatever exit this is, like you were talking about, I'd say it's by Baum-Walker.
Yeah.
I'm a landmark guy. I've always been that way.
Most people are. But can you fold up a old paper map? That's the question.
No.
Okay.
My daddy Joe, he used to have one of those in his not cupboard. What's the console? He used to pull that
glove
sucker
box.
out.
It's
Yeah,
called the glove box.
Glove box back in the day, and he used to do that across the when we'd go different places and whatnot.
And they're not power providers where you plug in your thing. It's a cigarette lighter. Let's just admit it. There used to be things called ashtrays and cigarette lighters in cars, and they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I never had parents or grandparents. I don't think maybe my grandma smoked back in. I don't think she did. I'm again. It's getting a little hazy because of that, but yeah.
I'm going to get off and let you get back to sports because
right.
I just wanted to give everybody a warning.
Update. I've taken it off the rails, but again, exit said this one at 62 MLK
62.
coming from Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, Cave Springs.
If you're headed south, don't take the MLK exit. It's blocked off right now.
Okay. All right. That is traffic updates here from the Stadium Shop on Razorback. And just an update of what's going on here. Buy one, get one half off clothing. So whether you need basketball stuff, something to keep you warm for the game tonight, or Christmas stuff, they can take care of you at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Guys, hopefully there's a crime scene tonight at the game where Arkansas just pummels this Florida International team, and we'll see if it ends up being the case. I do wonder, I spoke to this earlier this week. Kenny Chuck and Tommy disagree with me very passionately about, and that's fine. I if I'm Kenny Guy, I know you're trying to win today, but if you can't beat Florida International being vanilla, like I guess that says a lot about where the offense is right now. But I might hold a thing or two for this Missouri game, just because you're going to need it more than you're going to need today. You should be able to just pound these guys into oblivion tonight. But I guess the evidence is you hadn't been able to do that all season.
I'm kind of like you, Ty. It's like you shouldn't have to do it no matter how bad you think the season's going or how bad you think the team is. I mean, if you can't come out and do stuff similar to what you did against Florida, I don't think they were just overly flashy against Florida. I just think they played hard, and obviously they had some bigger plays. And obviously this team's have had injuries this year. I'm not naive to that, but like you said, Ty, it's even if you win and you pull out all these amazing plays, okay, you won the game, but I guess that is the end goal. You want to win the game, but the real game is next week against Missouri. I mean, if you don't come out and win by 40, but you win by 20 or 21, I guess that's okay. But it would be nice to not have to worry about that. I mean, it'd be nice just to get the win today and maybe save a little bit for Missouri, because it really will take an incredible effort next week to beat Missouri. It really will.
Yeah, they take on Florida today in Columbia, and I know that's a game that Eli Drinkowitz, if they win today, the Arkansas game next week gets them to 10 regular season wins, which, looking at the preseason polls, Missouri was picked 6th by the media, and they have a chance to be the second-best team in the East and maybe the third-best team in the league. I know LSU beat them this year, but that was a really, really tight ball game earlier this season. And give him credit. I mean, you have to. That's the coach of the league, I think, of this year. There's a debate for Saban and Smart based on the fact that what they've done to this point in time. But for my money, coach of the year is a guy from Alma, Arkansas that's not coaching in Arkansas. He's coaching in Columbia, Missouri.
Oh, yeah. I think that's definitely a lock there because of just what he's done. Missouri, I mean, let's face it. I mean, their first 2 years, I guess first 2 or 3 years, they pretty much made a splash, you could say, in the SEC, going to, I think, back-to-back SEC titles. But since then, they almost took like a nosedive. And where he's got that program now, I mean, 8-2, I know that's not, that's good. This should be honest. That's really good. I mean, they took Missouri or Georgia to the brink almost, it felt like. And, they were a player or two away from beating LSU, and we might be sitting here saying they're 9-1 right now. And, if that game was played in Columbia against Georgia, you don't know. That may have been, they may have pulled that game out, and we could be sitting here looking at a 10-0 Missouri team. So it just goes to show you a few plays here and there can really change a season. And to have Missouri, who is not known for getting just incredible talent, but what he's doing with the talent he does have there, it's remarkable. And Arkansas, it'd be nice to see that kind of attitude out of Arkansas, going forward, maximizing what you do have and putting your players in position to win. And obviously we see Missouri as sort of a rivalry now, and I know some fans may not totally be on board with that, but look, if they come, we can't let them come in to Fayetteville and just absolutely embarrass us. I mean, because then again, I mean, are we really better than Missouri right now as a program? And the
answer is no.
Yeah,
that's the reality. And I said this, and again, I was disagreed with by, but y'all, the answer is no. You're not better at a football program than Missouri. And you can talk about fans. I'll give you that. Fans, facilities, whatever. But when you're talking about recruiting base, which coaches look at, when you're talking about where you are in the SEC, which coaches look at, when you're talking about where the setup is going to be, Missouri is a better football program right now. That there's not a coach, I don't think, in college football that would disagree with me. Now, fans might. Fans are going to go back and forth on this. But we asked this question yesterday on the Morning Rush. Who's going to be the biggest bordering state thorn in your side? Which program within that bordering state? There was mentions of Oklahoma, mentions of Texas, mentions of LSU. Guys, I think it's the team up north.
Yeah.
this battle line rivalry, to me, they're going to be going after. So Drink loves to get into Arkansas. He's got the young man, the linebacker from Pine Bluff committed, who's the teammate of Courtney Crutchfield, I would not be surprised at all if he ended up going to Missouri and ultimately committing and signing with the Tigers. He's going to keep getting into Missouri. He's going to keep getting the quote-unquote the cast-offs. And listen, St. Louis is a heck of a lot better in terms of a metropolitan football city than Little Rock. So a lot more advantages for Drink up there than in Fayetteville right now.
And an advantage for him, obviously, they're winning and all that. That's all good and stuff. But he's also probably got somewhat of a pulse on the state of Arkansas. And, him living in Alma and being a coach and all that, he knows what it's like here, how the fans are. And I'm sure he's not, pumping us up. Let's just put it that way.
No, he's going to try and come in here and kill us next week.
Yeah.
Like he takes pride and pleasure. He had fun with Josh Heupel last week when they whooped on him 35-6. There's no game on the schedule he wants more. Maybe you could say Georgia because, of course, that would potentially get him to a championship. But there's no game on the schedule he wants more than beating Arkansas. And he might say something publicly, one thing, and I don't mind it because this, again, I would rather have a rivalry with Missouri than just a dud or what we perceive to be a dud each and every year. So if he's going to keep talking and chirping and doing what he's doing, good, because that's going to increase hatred to that school. And maybe that hatred will be passed on to the football team, who doesn't seem to give a you-know-what every single time we play those guys each and every year.
We've got to surpass the teams like Missouri before we even think about out recruiting Texas or Oklahoma. That's just my opinion. I mean, you might be able to get some players out of there and stuff, but that's just where we are right now. We've got to, have a little bit of reality in the situation. You just, like you said, Missouri, they're beating us right now in recruiting as far as getting these players like Crutchfield and all that to decommit. That should not happen, but it's happening, and it's not really hard to see why. I mean, they've got something good going on in Missouri, 8-2 right now, and man, I mean, this 12-team playoff thing, and they would be in the playoff if that was this year.
Isn't that wild to think about? Again, starting next season, not only do you have a change within the Southeastern Conference with the additions of Oklahoma and Texas, but a 12-team playoff to go along with that as well. Now, the SEC is sticking with 8 games next year. You've got a great home schedule. You've got LSU. You've got Tennessee. You've got Texas. And you've got Ole Miss all coming here to Fayetteville. Your road schedule is not awful either. You go to Mississippi State. You go to Auburn. You go to Dallas to take on A&M. And then you go to Missouri. That's not a terrible road schedule. Now, it's not helped by the fact that you have to travel to Boone Pickens next year and take on Mike Gundy in Oklahoma State. I don't know what week that is, but I do know it's on the schedule. So Arkansas next season was not just slaughtered by the SEC as they usually are from the schedule makers. And you've got to be able to, again, somehow, some way capitalize it on that point. Let's go to the McLarty Daniel hotline. Welcoming Carl, who's in Hot Springs this morning. Carl, what's going on, man?
Oh, just getting ready to watch this game here tonight.
There you go.
I want to know how much you think Griswold's going to play tonight, win or lose. Do you think he's going to see a lot of action? Or
based on when Chuck drops a hint like he's going to play, which he did yesterday, that lends me to believe he's going to play. And not just if they're just pounding these guys tonight. I think that we're going to see him in some action that, I don't know if I would go as far as to say first quarter, but I could see him get in the second quarter tonight's game, and it not necessarily just in a blowout. I mean, Carl, do you want to see Griswold tonight, or have you pretty much mailed it in on what this offense looks like under KJ Jefferson?
Well, that's nothing against KJ. I just think Griswold's the future, and I'd like to see him get the reps. I don't think KJ is going to be here next year, so I'd like to get an idea of what we have.
But if you're Sam Pittman, what do you do in that situation? I think it's a tough situation because I agree.
It's a difficult balance. And Carl, we appreciate the call, man. Are you coming up for the game day, or are you going to stay in Hot Springs and watch it?
Oh, I'm staying here and watching it on the TV in Hot Springs.
All right, man. Well, you enjoy the game. We appreciate you listening to us this afternoon.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right. And Carl, that's a fair question to ask, right? And we've mentioned this. No bowl game seemingly on the horizon. Jacoby Criswell is supposedly your future at quarterback. What do you got? What do you got?
Yeah.
So we'll find out hopefully today. And again, that's like he said, he's not trying to take a pot shot at KJ in this situation. He doesn't think he's going to be there next year. I don't think he's going to be here next year. Jacoby, for all intents and purposes, looks like he's going to be your starting quarterback. You want to see what that looks like. I don't blame him for thinking that way, Big C.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I get it as far as if you're wanting to keep Sam Pittman, you don't want to even think about a possibility of a upset today. But I mean, that could happen even if KJ starts. Let's be honest. Just the way the season's gone, it looks like KJ mails it in at times, but I don't really think he does. I would like to see Criswell from the standpoint of giving us some hope for next season, a little bit of confidence that he can be the guy. Because I don't think a lot of fans want to see Criswell do a little bit more just so they'll have a reason to be confident heading into next year, and I get that. I mean, that's kind of how it was with KJ. We wanted to see KJ play later. When he first started out, we wanted to see what he had, and he gave us reasons to think that there would be some good years at Arkansas, and there was. But this year isn't one of them. This year is, anytime there's games left on the schedule, there's something to play for. It's a hard balance because you do want to see KJ finish off his career strong, but at the same time, you want to see Criswell. So the best scenario, in my opinion, is for Arkansas to come out and be up 21-plus points at half, and then maybe put in Criswell, where it's not technically a huge blowout, but you get to see a lot of playing time from Criswell in a game that he really should be able to play in.
Yep. I hope he gets a chance to play tonight because that would lead me to believe that Arkansas is blowing him out. And, again, I think people just want to see him to this point in time. All right, we still got plenty to discuss. Another hour. Again, we gave you an extra bonus 30 minutes today live from the Stadium Shop. So we got another hour. We will talk some basketball. We'll talk some more SEC as the Tennessee and the Tennessee-Georgia game is either kicked off or is kicking off any second. So we'll do all that in the next hour coming up live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
Sometimes I'm in a hurry. Stay in the slow lane, buddy. That's when I use the Sodies app to order my favorites and pick up in their drive-thru. They even offer a 10% discount on your first app order. Experience different at Sodies Wine and Spirits off I-540 on Phoenix Avenue.
Every day is worth celebrating at Uncorked. Cocktails, wine, craft beer, bourbons, and unbelievably great food. Uncorked on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodies.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drug Store in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drug Store, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. This month, save with half off brakes and buy 3 get 1 free on all tires, plus a free winter ready inspection. Better yet, trade for any one of our Rath Road Ready used cars and save big with fall clearance pricing. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of Phoenix on Towson, Fort Smith.
Catch your wife kissing Santa Claus, whose real name is Bobby from down the street? Want to know your rights in a divorce, custody, child support case? I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call me today to discuss your options. Start the new year off with a new lease on life for you, and let Santa have her. Mock Legal Solutions, 479-769-1505. Real advice, reasonable price.
Wow! Mommy's kissing Santa Claus!
Asphalt Concrete Restoration and Supply has what you're looking for when it comes to innovative concrete solutions. They have the supplies and tools to do all the concrete designs you could possibly consider. Overlays, integral color and stains, and stamp rental. And if you need help, they can help you find the right person to get your job done. Asphalt Concrete Restoration and Supply. Let them help you create the look you want. Asphalt Concrete Restoration and Supply at 5805 Highway 271 South of Fort Smith or 479-788-8888.
Let's see.
Leaky Faucet Tuesday. Water flooding the yard. Better put that down for the middle of the month when the bills aren't due.
Honey, what are you doing?
Planning our plumbing problems, of course.
You can't plan our plumbing problems, but you should plan our plumber.
What do you mean?
Like all important contacts, I keep West Arc Plumbing in my phone. They're always there when we need them, and they don't overcharge since they know we don't plan our plumbing problems. Here, honey, here's their number.
646-5151. Thanks, babe.
West Arc Plumbing. We keep you flowing.
Looking to shop for gifts this season without the hassle of going to the stores? Shop online with True Grit Running Company. We have the perfect gift for your loved one ready to be sent out on Santa's sleigh. Sandals with arch support, compression socks, and comfortable shoes that will last. Not sure what to get them? You can order a gift card from our website. Just go to TrueGritRunningCO.com. That's TrueGritRunningCO.com.
Hardee's newest handcrafted recipe, candied bacon, coated with caramelized brown sugar and a hint of pepper. Try it on a made-from-scratch breakfast biscuit with egg and cheese, or with charbroiled Angus beef on a signature Frisco burger, or as its own salty sweet snack pack. Any time of day, candied bacon brings savory sweetness to all your favorite things. At Hardee's, goodness in the making. For a limited time at participating restaurants. Exclusions may apply by time of day.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
All right, let's just go right to the McClarty Daniel hotline. I'm sure some people are going to be intrigued by this guy. Brian's in Ozark this morning. Brian, what's going on, man?
Hey, not much, man. How are you?
I am good. I could be better.
Yeah,
but I'm good.
Well, I'm sure the state of Arkansas could be better right now, but unfortunately it's not.
I think you take pleasure in that. Can I ask you something?
No, wait. I do not take pleasure in that. Let me explain one thing.
Okay.
You know, Fayetteville, Arkansas is the most beautiful part of the state, and I think nobody would disagree with that. You know, and Arkansas is a very good school. This is my thing. It's not that I don't like the Arkansas Razorbacks. I grew up a Razorback fan my whole life until I saw what was going on, and Arkansas just quit hiring top-notch good coaches. Sam Pittman is not a good coach, in my opinion. That's strictly my opinion. I said this last year. I've said it since June. I could see what was going on with Arkansas. It doesn't mean that Arkansas Razorbacks are not good. They are. They just don't have the correct coaching staff for what this school needs. And I say that because when you look at other schools like West Virginia and Morgantown, as you mentioned already, Oklahoma State and Stillwater, and other places are not better than Fayetteville, Arkansas by any means, but they have winning programs. You know, Mike Gundy is, to me, of course, my sister graduated with Mike Gundy and was great friends with Barry Sanders and all them when they were in school. So Arkansas could be a very high-level SEC program with the right coach. They just don't have that. And that's what I wish, this is what I'd like to see. I wish they would not play KJ and most of the other seniors and let Arkansas see the future of Arkansas. Griswold is going to be a stud, and that's what I would hope to see. Anyway, now I'll answer your question.
Well, you kind of talked about your previous fan of now being a Texas fan. That was kind of because I thought I heard that, and it was kind of verified at that point. I think, Brian, more people would agree with you now about Sam Pittman than when you said this preseason or before the season. But I would argue that when Texas came in here and got their you-know-what's kicked, that you were probably saying the same thing about Steve Sarkisian at the time.
No,
they came in.
No. Let me answer that. Okay, Sarkisian walked in to a bunch of a very bad program Texas had 10 years, which one of the coaches that destroyed Texas was actually Charlie Strong, Arkansas native. You know, he helped make Texas what it was for 13 years. And, even though Tom Herman was 27-16, he didn't do anything to increase Texas's chances to, get back into the thing. We knew that Sarkisian would do this when, as people on the other shows in Arkansas said, Sarkisian was drinking on the sideline at USC and got fired for being a drunk, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? He's not now. And he is the real deal. I mean, he's recruiting the top talent from 8 different states across the country, and you can see what he's doing now. Next year, they're going to be even better than they are now, especially if Quinn Ewers comes back like everybody says he's planning on, with Arch Manning as his backup. That's what we all believe is going to happen. That could happen here in Arkansas, no doubt. Arkansas with a top-notch coach, not a mid-level guy that's unproven. They need to get a top-notch coach that knows how to recruit and teach his kids how to play football. That's not what this coaching staff has done for 2 years. That's why they've only won 9 games in 2 years. That's just it. I would love to see Arkansas get back to being Arkansas and give the fans what they want. This is Arkansas's pro team. The state of Arkansas deserves a great team, and they haven't had that. And that's why I walked away from Arkansas years ago, because they didn't focus on winning. 7-4, 6-5, 6-6 is not a good year.
Okay, so if they win 10 games, are you going to jump back on board?
I would support Arkansas. I will never run from Texas because, I love the Texas Longhorns.
Well, Brian, we appreciate your – go ahead. Finish your thought.
I can have a 1 and 2 team, no doubt.
Okay. Well, I like to joke with my cousin. My grandpa, Daddy Joe, would have he passed away before that. She ended up going to Texas. I like to joke with her every once in a while that he would be very, very disappointed in her. They've I guess got a couple Razorback alums, couple Baylor alums, but he hated Texas more than anything. And I think a lot of Arkansas fans listening right now don't know how you can transfer fandom to Texas. But hey, you do you. That's it's free country living. If you want to cheer for Texas, I'm not stopping you. Logan's in Hamburg this morning. Logan, we got about a minute or two for you. What you got for us?
Yes, sir. I got a question for CJ.
All right.
I was wanting to ask you, I know it's been a lot of doom and gloom lately. I was going to ask you, what do you need to see today out of the Hogs to get some excitement for maybe next year or going into the future?
I would like to see, the team as a whole play much better with some spirit, some fight. That would show me that at least the coaching has, improved this week, and they look like they're taking the right step. And, yes, I would like KJ to come in and play well. We know KJ's probably not going to be there next year. I do want him to play well today, but I would like him to play good enough to get Criswell in to where we don't have to, be uncertain about how the outcome might be, because Criswell's hasn't proven much to this point because he hasn't played much. So I would hope to see Criswell get in at least by halftime today, or at least by the start of the fourth quarter, maybe the third quarter. I would like to see him come in and play well. That would mean his team would have to play well, though. His offensive line would have to block a lot better than what they have. And that would give me hope for next year. That would give me the hope that this team can at least compete next year, because we know the team's going to look a lot different. The O-line's going to look different. The receivers are going to look different. Even some of the coaches will look different. So, but we know pretty much that Criswell will be the guy next year. So I'd like to see him get in.
That's a very good answer. I appreciate you guys taking my call.
Logan from Big C's hometown of Hamburg, Arkansas. Big C, I would guess that we probably have more listeners in Hamburg in the past year than we probably ever had to this point. Is that a fair assumption on my part?
Yeah, there's a few of them down there that listen and love the show and love everybody that works here at ESPN Arkansas. It's been fun for me, and they're proud of me, and I'm proud to be here. So it's been fun.
They should be proud of you. It's kind of like Chuck always said, when a small-town kid plays for Arkansas, he brings the whole town with him. And I would say with Hamburg being a smaller town, there's a lot of people that Love hearing you on the airwaves here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. All right, we got one more segment. Robert's going to rejoin us coming up here live from the Stadium Shop. We've taken more calls today than we traditionally do on Arkansas Game Day. Let's keep that going. Again, 877-377-6963. If you want to yell at Brian from Ozark, if you want to ask us a question like you just heard Logan do, or if you got a thought, this football team, basketball lost last night, SEC, college football playoff, you name it, we'll get it in here. It's Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop.
This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get cleaner cuts with Denser bales, fast and now. Save big during New Holland's Value Bonanza going on at WT Equipment. Come take advantage of 0% financing for 60 months. Or you can choose big cash back on select hay tools, including disc bind, disc mower conditioners, roll belt round balers, and hay liner small square balers. New Holland has the hay equipment you need to speed up and upgrade the quality of your hay. Work smarter and save big with incredible deals during New Holland's Value Bonanza at WT Equipment. Hurry, offer ends December 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with all your auto insurance needs.
Call Heath Roberts at 479-452-4088 for a free quote today.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Come get you some. 2728 Townsend Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come get you some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all, from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
Hi, this is Lindsay White with White Office Machines. For over 90 years, my family's been serving the greater Fort Smith region with the image industry's newest technologies, as well as providing superior customer service through long-term business relationships. As the area's only authorized Kyocera document solutions dealer, White Office Machines provides the best value with high-speed copiers and the latest multifunction printers. Stop by our office in downtown Fort Smith or in Russellville. Follow us on Facebook or go to whiteoffice.com.
White Office Machines since 1929.
Precision Overhead Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all of your overhead door needs. Fully licensed and insured, with locations in Rogers and Fort Smith, serving all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Give them a call today at 844-PDS-STORE or online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Back-to-back winners of the Best of Award, Gold Best Garage Company in Northwest Arkansas, and also winners of the River Valley Precision Overhead Door.
Before you buy that next car or truck, stop by Broadway Motors in Van Buren. The best of the best for 2 straight years. Michael and his team offer the best prices on the best quality pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley. They invite you to stop by and check it out for yourself. Or if you prefer to check out their inventory online or even do your financing online. Michael has built his reputation as a husband, father, and owner-operator since 2006. Broadway Motors, 806 Broadway in Van Buren, or online at BroadwayMotorsAR.com.
Hey, it's James Teague. Over the years playing baseball, I've grown accustomed to closing innings, but now I'm closing cases. With almost 30 years in the business, the Teague Law Firm can help you with all family law matters, including divorce, custody, and child support. We can also help with criminal law such as traffic offenses, DWIs, and more. Call me at the Teague Law Firm at 479-877-1688. That's 479-877-1688. Visit us online at teague-law.com.
Teague Law Firm. If they can't help you, they'll talk football.
When it comes to your vehicle dent repairs, you want a local professional that you can trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair is your place. Michael, his family, and team have been in the community for over 30 years and are the best in the business. When all the other pop-up hail damage places have packed up and left town, Littleton's is still here taking care of your vehicle every day. Stay local. Stay with the best. Stay with the name you know and trust. Littleton's Paintless Dent Repair. Highway 112 off I-540 in Pensacola.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the Hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
You know, Brian and Ozark kind of made me think a little bit. Now, I don't think there's many Arkansas Razorback fans out there. Maybe you're just jumping in with us. He was an Arkansas fan till I think he said about 8 years ago. He's since changed his fandom to Texas. I think he's probably the only individual that I know that grew up a Razorback fan and has done that to this point. And listen, to each its own. It's a free country. If you want to be stupid, be stupid. I do wonder, though, the apathy at some point in time that people will have with this football program if it sets in like it did for Brian. And I'm not talking about switching allegiances to Texas or maybe another school you hate, LSU, Oklahoma, or anyone else. But part of fandom, again, as I pointed out earlier, is due to winning or that big game. That's why for basketball, like you went on this drought from 97 to 2019, you didn't have a single Sweet 16. A couple tournament appearances, maybe you won a big-time game at Bud Walton Arena here and there. But you knew that you weren't reaching your ceiling.
Yeah.
And now your head coach is getting you to that point. Baseball program, you really haven't had that. Norm and Dave have done a great job. Consistency, continuity, stability. It's been there. Will the football team, that's not just a Pittman problem like it has been this year.
Yeah.
Bielema, Morris, John L., whoever else is the coach in the future, whether it's this next season or years to come, will that be a problem for this fan base when it comes to football and growing Razorback Nation across not just Arkansas but the country? Something to think about.
Yeah, I think we're always going to be fighting an uphill battle as far as recruiting and things like that, just because, we always have. It's nothing new. I mean, we had some success, in the 90s and 60s. You don't become a fan. Most true fans don't become a fan because your team is winning national titles left and right. I mean, why are you a Razorback fan to begin with? It's because you're probably either from the state, you've got ties to the state. You just it's obviously our only, pretty much it is our NFL team. So if you're going to be a fan, be a fan. You've seen some bad years, and this is probably one of the worst, but don't give up now, because it'll be even sweeter when they do finally break that ceiling, get to a playoff, and give you some reasons to be excited again.
That's the hope. And we'll continue to talk about this football team coming up in hour 3 of Arkansas Game Day. 30 more minutes before we pass the headsets off to Phil, Gino, and Rick. But for now, Big C, myself, still coming at you the next 30 minutes here on Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Hello, this is Kevin Cowan at KC Insurance, and I just wanted to tell you all about plans that we have for Arkansans. It's through the Affordable Care Act, formerly known as Obamacare. Most Arkansans can qualify for a plan for $10 a month premium or below. We are located at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison, Arkansas, in the Ace Hardware Shopping Center. Give Ricky Cowan a call at 870-517-1207. Thank you.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Why do people love Shamrock Liquor Warehouse? Simple. They've got it all. 70 years in business, 15,000 square feet of choices. They buy in volume so you can save. What else? How about the largest selection of everything? Shamrock's got it. Special orders? Shamrock's got it. Convenient drive-through, open 6 days a week? Shamrock's got it. Need a keg for your party? Shamrock's got it. Load up at Shamrock Liquor Warehouse at the corner of Midland and Riverfront Drive in Fort Smith.
Save big on hay tools during New Holland's Value Bonanza at Alma Tractor. Get 0% financing for 60 months or get big cash back on select hay tools, including disc bind, disc mower conditioners, roll belt round balers, and hay liners, small square balers. New Holland has the hay equipment you need to deliver high-quality hay fast. It's year-end Value Bonanza at Alma Tractor in Alma through December 31st.
For commercial use only, customer participation subject to credit qualification and C&H Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Boondocks is known for its great food and drinks, but did you know Boondocks is the happening place in Fort Smith? Monday night bingo, Tuesday night live trivia, Wednesday night kids eat free, Thursday, live music in the backyard Friday and Saturday nights, new game room with pool, Golden Tee golf, shuffleboard, and more, 35 TVs to watch your favorite sporting events, daily happy hour, weekday early bird food specials too. Our name may be Boondocks, but we're located nearby on Highway 71 South across from Riley Farms.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Call Ted McAvoy in Van Buren or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
This is Mark with W&W Automotive. Before you hit the holiday road, drop by and let us check your antifreeze. We'll also take a look at your battery, your hoses, belts, things like that. If it's been a while since your last oil change, well, we can take care of that too. We service all makes and models, foreign and domestic. We offer front-end work and alignments also. Don't wait. Come see us just off of Townsend on South O in Fort Smith. Call 242-1600. That's W&W Automotive, a bumper-to-bumper certified shop.
Did you miss the Oklahoma Outdoor RV Expo? Don't worry. RV Expo prices have been extended at Camping World. Shop top RV brands from your favorite manufacturers with new RVs starting at less than $5 a day. Plus, get even more for your money with a huge selection of reconditioned pre-owned RVs. Finance your RV with competitive rates and flexible terms through our national network of lenders. Visit your local Camping World to shop extended RV Expo prices today. See dealer for full details and disclaimers.
The Links at Chaffee Crossing takes great pride in providing award-winning barbecue. Whether the craving is for ribs, pork, brisket, or chicken, we can satisfy any appetite. Stop in and watch the game and enjoy everyday food and drink specials like $5 mixed drink specials or $2 domestic beer. Open Tuesday through Sunday, the Links at Chaffee Crossing is ready to serve you the best barbecue in the River Valley. The Links at Chaffee Crossing next to Deer Trails Golf Course. Come see us.
What matters most to your family can now cost less when you choose comfortable, reliable, and efficient natural gas heating, water heating, cooking, and clothes drying for your home. You make the right choice in today's environment. High-efficiency natural gas appliances can reduce your monthly costs. And right now, you can save even more with heating and water heating rebates from AOG. Visit AOGC.com today and get more comfort for less cost.
You're listening to The Morning Rush, live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris, Fort Smith. This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Off the zone read, play action, pumps once, looking deep, Tesla at the goal line, complete, touchdown Arkansas!
The Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. Shop online at shoponrazorback.com.
Give me them hogs with mustard, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners. Check them out online at kcinsuranceharrison.com. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people.
I'll hold it down. We'll see it through it.
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
And we have had plenty of callers and texters on that McClarty Daniel hotline this afternoon. I apologize. Big C text in, I say Big C, the C-man text in earlier saying, I keep saying this morning. It's a habit, guys. I need to get out of that habit. I've said that probably 10 times today. This afternoon, as it's 3 o'clock, beautiful weather here that we have in Fayetteville, Arkansas. If you're on your way to the game, if you're planning NIL's the problem. That's why we're not winning. Guys, in other places, there's NIL and there's more NIL, and they're winning. Now, I think the better question you have to ask yourself is the guys that are making the big money, do you feel like that is these? Do you feel like for Rocket Sanders or Cage, and I know Rocket's been injured, do you feel like that the leadership in conjunction with that? Because it's hard, right? We all know that one person in our business or our company that makes way more than everyone else. And he or she either flaunts it and they're over the top about it, or you know they make more than you and you're okay with it because of how much effort, how much intensity, how much of a leader he or she is to that point. It's the reality of the situation right now.
Yeah, you don't like somebody who reminds you of how much money they make constantly. And if you respect that person, if they don't, if they don't do that, then you respect that person and you don't really care how much they make. You just, because like you said, you know what they put in. And obviously that can be said for a lot of these players in college football. I mean, we know some of these players are making thousands and thousands of dollars, but, how are they acting? Do they act like they're better than you? And you don't want a teammate like that.
You don't. And there's been teammates like that, whether they're making money before or not, or making it legally or not, in that cases, not just here in Arkansas, but all over the place. And you just, again, leadership a lot of times breeds success, and I think that's at least a debate at this point, not just from the player's standpoint, but what that looks like in the coaching standpoint. It's been questioned by a lot of our listeners what the leadership has been with this football program. I tell you, where you get steadfast leadership is a company that has a multitude of success stories, and that's here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback. Now, that's thanks to Elizabeth, man, not Robert. And I'd even give Matt credit for that as we welcome Robert batting in.
Hey, I'll have you know, I've got a plaque in there. Did you hear about it? My commercial, you know it.
What is the
about
plaque?
I'm the champion of my own conference, and a gentleman owns a trophy company brought me a plaque. Said, I'm the champion of my own conference, and we're the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
I did. That's a commercial that is, again, played on our station pretty frequently.
A guy brought me a plaque because of that commercial.
I do think that's pretty funny to this point. But you got, again, buy one, get one half off all clothing here.
Yep,
at
regular
the
price
Shop
clothing items. Yep, and we got a lot of it, trust me. Sweatshirts. It's getting kind of chilly today. You get out of the sun, it's a little chilly, and it's picked up here in the past hour or so, so I guess people are starting to head this direction, getting ready for the game today. So if you're on your way, it's going to get cold tonight. We got blankets inside. We have sweatshirts, jackets, hoodies, whatever you need. We got you covered.
Got the whole 9 yards, man. I was texting a Morning Rush listener that I was telling you that when he does stop in here, he doesn't walk out without spending $300 or $400 because he buys like 10 things, and he has not been since basketball season started. And he said he had to stock up on his on some basketball pair. He's a guy that likes to be in the freshest of gear walking into Bud Walton Arena. I think you'll have the tools to.
Yeah, we got a lot of that. That 1999 stuff where it's kind of retro looking basketball shooting shirts and shorts and T-shirts and that kind of stuff. We got a lot of that too. So, and don't forget, you need to register for the gift card we're going to be giving away. We're going to give away a $100 gift card next week during the last broadcast of the year for you
guys. Last broadcast of the year here at the Stadium Shop. It will be myself and Tommy Kraft that will get it.
You're going to let him out? They going to let him out?
No, I'm going to be up here because my family is spending Thanksgiving. This is the first time we've done this. So listen to this, and I'm glad we're bringing up Thanksgiving because there was something your father-in-law told me and your wife that I have to bring up with you.
What is it?
They got an Airbnb up here, so we are going to do that. And for the first time ever, all the grandkids and then all the kids are having Thanksgiving. We have not taken a group picture since my sister Claire got married. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. So there's been a couple kids that have popped out since then.
Okay.
So there's about 18 of us.
Time for a new picture.
Yeah, excited about that. But speaking of Thanksgiving, first and foremost, your travel this holiday season, be safe, whether you're driving or flying. Make it to your destination. I hope that everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Tony and Elizabeth were telling me that 2 turkeys are cooked in the man's household.
Yep.
He's frying one.
He does.
And then she's brining one.
Yeah,
is that right?
She'll put it in the brine and then cook it however they cook it with a roast.
And you're like an advocate for hers. Not that you don't like Tony's or
No, I love them both. I mean,
but you gotta have both.
I gotta have both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Claire's doing it because we're doing it at my middle sister's house, and I think she's doing ham, but I think turkey is also. My dad likes, I think the deep fried.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do that, and we've had smoked before too.
Tony, his fried turkey is freaking awesome.
Is it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to give him credit. I guess they learned how to do that in the Marine Corps because he's definitely an expert in his field.
Big C, you're going back to Hamburg. Yeah. Someone call in from earlier. What is your mom? How's the holiday festivities going for you?
Man, we'll have some good food as always. Turkey, ham, all that, macaroni, mashed potatoes, green beans, corn. I'm actually more of a good ham fan than I am a turkey fan.
We got a listener that's listening to us in his truck right now, and he's saying pecan pie is something he has to have for us this holiday season. Yeah. That is something that has to be on
the
list.
So we will be closed Thanksgiving Day and taking that day off, and everybody's going to go home. And I'm going to weigh about 10 pounds more when I see you next Friday.
There you go. I have been told by my stepmom that I have to go pick up a George's chocolate peanut butter pie and bring that to the table. Now they're going to be my family are going to partake in mimosas and stuff, but evidently we're playing this family football game later that afternoon. So I'm not going to drink any alcohol because I want to be ready to pile drive my nephews into the ground during the
might be more exciting.
No, don't be breaking any bones. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I just said it might be more exciting than the Missouri game. Hopefully Arkansas shows up.
Yeah, that Missouri game is going to be very interesting depending on how tonight goes. And again, hopefully you pile drive them into the ground tonight, and then next week we have ourselves a game. I'm not foolish enough to think that be 100% sold on them winning next week. But I don't want Arkansas to get embarrassed by an Arkansan. That just does not sit well with a lot of people.
So who does Missouri have today?
They have Florida.
Okay. So
in Columbia.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a good I'm not necessarily going to say they're going to be completely tested, but they're not going to be able to cakewalk. I think they'll win that game. But it's not going to be a cakewalk.
That game's at 3. I believe it's at 3 o'clock.
3
so
or
that
night
means,
game?
So you know what that means? That means that we'll be here late after the game. We'll be here early day of the game. So I always got to turn it back around to my store. Sorry. No matter where you go with it, I'm bringing it back to the store.
Bringing it back to...
Yeah, because the game's about 3 hours long. Normally we close at 6.
You're talking about next week. I thought you were talking about Florida and Missouri like today. That's why I was confused.
I don't care about that game. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I just hope Florida wins.
Yeah. I'll be there. Again, we'll be there next week, next 3 o'clock. So if you are still wanting to listen to Arkansas Razorback football, basketball coverage, we'll have it for you next Friday as well. Black Friday, man. What's Black Friday like around these parts?
Black Friday's Black Friday. It is what it is. We'll probably have some specials going on in here for those that get here early. And like I said, we'll give away that gift card. And I don't think Black Friday is what it once was. I remember you talking about the cook over here, Tony. We used to get up at 4 a.m. and go shopping.
Yeah, it's just not you've got all these, you got Amazon, you got all these online things that's just like that they're doing that.
And
we're going to Black Friday shop? Anybody?
No, I'm not going to. Are you?
Well, he'll be
here working.
I'll be. So the plan for me is to wake up and then head here at some point, Big C, probably around 7. So I'm not going to have a lot of time between now and then and I'm not going to get up early. I mean, those people used to get. You mentioned the 4 a.m.
Yeah,
so
I've done it.
I think
Miss Elizabeth used to live for that.
Did she?
Oh yeah, she loved it.
The idea that you're going to get that special deal just because you woke up.
There she goes now. Just a walk down.
Mrs. Black Friday shopper over there. That's the. Well, now you're gonna. What time are you gonna get here in the morning?
When? Friday morning?
Yeah, next week.
We'll be here bright and early. Probably the game's at 3. I'll probably be here at 7. We'll open up at 8. We'll stay late that night too. So.
Okay.
So.
Well, again, giving away
lots of parking open. We just parked another truck. Look at this.
Yeah, we got plenty of parking here at the Stadium Shop on Razorback, right by Baum Walker Stadium. Come by and see us again as we get ready for Arkansas and Florida International.
I guess they were listening. They were honking and waving as they drove by.
Oh, as they drove by. Yeah, we've had a few of those today at this point. We've had some Thanksgiving recommendations, or the ones that they have to have at the Thanksgiving table. Well, Robert, we really appreciate, I'm going to say Elizabeth, you and Matt having us out here today.
Yeah, well, she's standing right there, so you got to be nice.
I saw her. I saw her at the corner of my eye, so I'm going to say that. All right, we still got one more segment. When we return, if you want to jump in with us one final time on the McCarty-Daniel hotline, you can do so at 877-377-6963. Again, one more segment of Arkansas Game Day with Ty and Big C coming up next.
This is Arkansas Game Day, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback and KC Insurance Partners.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey & Hull Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey & Hull understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey & Hull Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Bad Boy tractors are made tough, just like their mowers, and they can tackle any job for the small acreage farmer. With 40 horsepower and under, they're the perfect tractor for all your needs. Find yours today at Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma. Bad Boy tractors are made tough, just like their mowers, and they can tackle any job for the small acreage farmer. With 40 horsepower and under, they're the perfect tractor for all your needs. Find yours today at Alma Tractor and Equipment in Alma.
This is Arkansas Game Day.
Boonville, it is time for better internet. Wave Rural Connect feeder 29-7 is open for service. If you have Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative service on that feeder, you can order internet, TV, and phone service right now. Order from your local Ozark, Arkansas provider at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Fall is one of the best times of the year. Football tailgates and cooler weather reflect the new season and a fresh start. In Good Spirits has you in mind this fall with a wide range of beers, fine wines from their climate-controlled cooler, and the very best in premium liqueurs. In Good Spirits has redefined the standard for liquor stores across Arkansas. Stop by today and see why. You'll be glad you did. In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South in Fort Smith.
Honey, I found a great new house for us to buy. Look at the photos.
Yeah? Who's gonna clean that big house?
We'll hire a housekeeper.
And who's gonna mow all that grass?
I will, on the weekends.
And who will get the kids to school?
We'll start a neighborhood carpool.
You thought of everything, didn't you?
Yep.
Except, who's gonna sell this house we're living in now?
Nick and Ellie Glidewell. nickandellie.com. Equal housing opportunity, Sagely and Edwards Realtors.
It's officially November and the holidays are upon us. Start the season early by shopping the special 2-day sale at the Solid Rock. Friday and Saturday, November 17th and 18th, the Solid Rock is having discounts up to 50% off select items, including select NIV devotional Bibles for $34.99. Buy a Bible and tell them you heard about it here for $10 off on custom laser engraving. Lots of selections to choose from or create your own. The Solid Rock, located next to Sam's Club on South 74th and Fort Smith. The Solid Rock, family owned and serving the River Valley for over 48 years.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Bartley.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
What's on your to-do list today? Does it include looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? If so, come by and see us at Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer. Whatever your day brings, whatever job it is you need to complete, Wacker Newson Equipment is up to the task, and Sharp Equipment is here to help. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Arkansas Game Day, live on location and presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
I kind of like the Hogs there, Chuck.
Arkansas Game Day is also presented by KC Insurance Partners.
Complete! Touchdown, Arkansas! Arkansas wins! Tyrone Broden with a catch!
Call or text the McClarty Daniel hotline at 877-377-6963.
All right, for one final time, welcome back into Arkansas Game Day, live from the Stadium Shop on Razorback. And one final time today, because we'll be here next week from 8 to 12 as we get you set for Arkansas and Missouri. But for now, we get you set for Arkansas and Florida International tonight. 6:30, right here on ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. We'll hand the headsets over to Phil, Chuck, Gino, Quinn, Z, and Rick.
A lot of names.
Just to say, I'm like, did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody at that point? But, Christian, we've got a lot of interaction as this show, as we have all week. I mean, there's been a lot. We know passion is flooded throughout this state, and this week has definitely been evidence of that with this football team.
Yeah, people obviously care, and some people care a little too much to where it's unhealthy for you. But you know, the true fans care. They're still interested in what's going on with the program. Obviously, they just want to see them, you know, have success. And today, I wouldn't say it's, the opponent you're playing is necessarily a big deal, but the outcome will be important today. I'll just say that.
Yeah, and I know Tommy has told me from time to time this is not the end of the world because I take wins and losses like I take life and death at points. And maybe when I have kids or maybe when I have a significant other that I actually care about, not outside of family, I care about my family, but the love aspect, the love interest like you do, that I will shift some of that, let's say, what's the intensity level towards that.
Having someone in your life that can kind of put things in perspective and talk you down does help, I'll say. And you
get talked down after Cal. Does Jaylene talk to you after Kyle?
Oh yeah, I mean I've gotten a lot better, but I was kind of like you, and a lot of fans, like, I would take it hard. I'd be mad. I'd be irritated. I wouldn't want to do anything. Like it just wasn't healthy. And I still care. I really do. I care about wins and losses, but I've just learned, like you said, it's not the end of the world when you do lose. It's not. I mean, it's not. Your life doesn't dramatically change. We all want to brag on our team. I think that's the biggest thing. Is I want to brag on Arkansas. I want to be. It's all about pride with me. I'm sure that's like that with most fans.
Well, when you wear that logo on your chest, whether you're going to the Redneck Riviera, you're going anywhere outside of the state, like you're saying, you want to be proud to wear that emblem at any point in time, whether it's on your hat, on your polo, on your cute little sundress, whatever the case may be, wherever your favorite apparel is. You want to just be proud. And unfortunately, this year's team hasn't necessarily, outside of Gainesville, given you a bunch of reasons to be proud of this football program. Now, for years to come, you're hoping that changes, whether it's Sam Pittman or if there's a new coaching hire that is made, whoever that it is. But, again, you've got 2 games left. You made the point earlier, and you're spot on that Missouri's your bowl game. Blow these guys out of the water tonight and give those guys hell next week because they're going to be riding high. I think they're going to beat Florida today. They're going to have 9 wins to that point. And then we'll see what happens next week.
That would be fun, and would be a pretty. I mean, it's not like it's going to knock Missouri out of the playoffs or anything because they're not going to make it. But it just would be nice to be able to say, like, we beat Missouri and we were that bad. But we also know the other side of that. They could just come in here and embarrass us. So you've got something to play for both today and next week.
And you think about it, you made a point earlier, Big C, that you're correct in as well. Arkansas, before you start trying to beat Alabama, which you hadn't done since 2006, hadn't gone on the road and beat them since 2003, before you try and beat the likes of Georgia, which looked to be the new dynasty under Kirby Smart, you've got to beat teams like Missouri, or just Missouri themselves. You have beaten them twice since they've joined the SEC, 2015 and 2021. Once under Brett Bielema, once under Sam Pittman. And that needs to change because if you continuously lose to a team, again, that you don't take pride in beating or don't care about or you say that you're a better program, there's no proof in the pudding. There's no evidence to say that Arkansas is a better football program, a more attractive job, and so on if you keep losing to these guys on the field. Now, you are at a disadvantage this year. There's no question about that. Schrader's been an awesome story for them, the former walk-on. That has been just incredible. Oh, yeah. Cook's been a lot better than I thought he was going to be. That team overall is 10,000 times better than anyone really anticipated. Even their own fans didn't think they were going to be this good. So, you're at odds next week, but that's why you play the game on the field. But it starts tonight. Again, no one...
I want to say this. It must be nice, Missouri fans typically don't have huge expectations like we do going into every season, and I'm sure their fans are, they're feeling high, feeling high on life right now. They're 8-2, and that's all I had to say.
Well, that's gonna do it for us, Big C. Appreciate you being along with me today. Intern Whitson, appreciate you as well. Guys and gals, appreciate everyone listening here across the great state of Arkansas. HitThatLine.com, wherever you listen this morning. Just got a fist bump from Coach Neighbors as I think he's getting ready for the game. He's got one of those 94 Arkansas basketball national champion sweatshirts. And I know you can get all this great apparel again here at the Stadium Shop. Buy one, get one half off regular price clothing. Come by, see Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt today. For Big C, I'm Ty. We'll get the headphones to Phil Elson next.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. See